to the Dirt Dogs International Racing Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to the Dirt Dogs International Racing Network on YouTube. I am your host, Jacob Keith, here for round number 4 of the Hobbs, Trenchant, and Boring TRL Super Leagues Australians versus Americans 2022 showdown here, round 4 here at Learnerville. Ladies and gentlemen, the 410 sprint cars are ripping it up. They got practice ripping down the house, but right now it is already time for me to have to ask you to please stand up, remove your hats as we do tonight's national anthems.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is God by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair. Beneath the radiant southern cross, we'll toil with hearts and hands to make this Commonwealth of ours renowned of all the lands. For those who come across the seas, we've boundless plains to share. With courage, let us all combine to advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the national anthem here for tonight as we get ready to kick it off at Learnerville here in Pennsylvania. The Australians versus Americans 2022 showdown, the round number 4. Here kicks off in Pennsylvania tonight at Learnerville. How many cars are going to be claimed over that top lip? We will not know till the show rolls on. 4 more minutes left to practice. Actually, it looks like they are throwing the checker flag right there, right here, right now. Qualify session is due as we get ready to head on in for the weather report for tonight. Looking at the weather, it looks like it's going to be 90 degrees out there with 76% humidity. So it looks like the track is going to be real tacky, but should make for some great racing nonetheless. Partly cloudy out there with looks like 17 miles an hour winds. We're on Pike Road, here in Pennsylvania. For Learnerville Speedway, the little under a half mile or over a half mile. It's hard to see with that little tiny screen up there. The TRL Super League, Australians versus Americans 2022 showdown presented by Hobbs Trenching and Boring. Round number 4 here kicks off at Learnerville. Don't go anywhere. Qualifying is underway, and we're ready to go racing for the heats. Pulling up the points from last week. We're going to try to get them up on the screen here 1 second. And as we do, we'll be able to read off the top 10 for points here for the TRL Super League. As soon as I find it, where'd you go? Nope, that's not it. Looks like Thomas Mitchell going to hit the track here. So these 410 sprint car drivers are going to try to hammer out their fastest times. To try to set up their fast laps, trying to get the advantage. Paul Bryan going to put the fastest lap up here so far. Blake Walsh going to sit right behind him. And Titan Vanderwert sitting 3rd. Trying to get these points up here. See if I can get them up here. There we go. So there we go. Top 10 in points there. We're going to make this a little bit bigger. Paul Bryan going to lead this thing off in the points, with Nathan Vanderwacker going to sit in the 2nd spot. Clayton Davies in 3rd. Brett Hobbs going to hold on to 4th. The top 5 going to be Braden Miller. Ashton Hurley sitting just outside the top 5 with 6th, with 7th going to Daniel Boyden. 8th going to be in Thomas Mitchell. Lachlan Phillips. We got Lockie sitting in the 9th spot. And Buchanan going to round out the top 10 going into round number 4 here. So as we head on in to round number 4, we get ready for heat number 1. Paul Bryan going to start here on the pole. And Lockie going to start in the 2nd spot. Man, my camera angle is being slow today. There we go. Oop, wrong one. The 42 machine. To the inside of the 17 of Lockie Phillips. Look at him. Starting in the 3rd spot, we got Thomas Mitchell in the 02. And to the outside of him, we got the 18 of Daniel Nickel. Corey Baudon in the 7, going to start in the 5th spot with Riley Casson Roberts. Going to start in the 6th position. And tail on the end of the field, we got Mark Stewart, but it doesn't look like Stewart going to grid up. So we're going to have 6 cars ready to rip it up here at the Bowl of Learnerville. Paul Bryan leading this thing off in points. Lachlan Phillips currently sitting in the top 10 and 9th in points. Lights are off the pace truck as the pace truck heads on down to pit road. Paul Bryan, Lachlan Phillips coming around 3 and 4. Green flag coming out of 4 when the lights hit the track. The 42 to the inside of the 17. Green flag here is out. As we head down into 1 and 2, the 17 going to able to take over the lead here, heading into 3 and 4. Lachlan Phillips going to try to hold on here at Learnerville. Paul Bryan has Daniel Nickel back there, back in the 3rd spot. Thomas Mitchell going to try to make a move, but not able to do so as they head into 3 and 4. That 02 trying to hang to the inside of the 18. Around 1 and 2, the 02 has the 18 right in front of him with his sights locked on it. Battle up front here, Lachlan Phillips, Paul, and Bryan. Off the front stretch down into 1 and 2. We receive Phillips around the outside edge, but has to check up and try to go to the inside. Into 3 and 4, the 17 gets into the 42 and causes a big one coming out of 3 and 4. And I believe we're still green as we ride on board here with Thomas Mitchell. Riley Casson Roberts going to move up into the 2nd spot with Corey Baudon in 3rd. The 7 machine is the 22 in front of him, trying to work with his teammate to make something happen. 2 laps left remaining. Thomas Mitchell going to do all he can here. Down into 1 and 2. Heat number 1 onto the backstretch. Thomas Mitchell going to lead him off. Riley Casson Roberts in 2nd. White flag coming out of 4. Around 3 and 4, Thomas Mitchell taking heat number 1 over Riley Casson Roberts and Corey Baudon. Awesome racing heat number 1. Lachlan Phillips ended up getting into Paul Bryan there on that last corner there, coming out of 4, going to the outside wall of Haffens. Hard racing, not realizing he was clear as Paul Bryan had that run coming off of 3 and 4 there. It does happen though, but nonetheless, heat number 2 as we get ready to grid on up. Starting here on the pole, we got Blake Walsh. To the outside of him, we got the 5J of JP Schneider. Rowan Jones in the 25 going to start 3rd, with the 50 going to Clayton Davies. Brent Hobbs in the 64 machine going to start 5th, with 6 going to Michael Rutledge in the 33. And tail on the end of the field, we got Jordan Rutledge in the 114. 7 cars, ladies and gentlemen, 8 laps. Who's going to bring this one on home? Heat number 2. As the drivers come on over the knoll into the bowl, that is Learnerville. The 97 to the inside of the 5J. Blake Walsh, JP Schneider, out of 4, green flag. Coming out of 3 and 4, the green flag strikes as Blake Walsh and JP Schneider take the green flag. The 97 down into 1 and 2 as the 5J going to try to pitch to the inside here into 3 and 4, and he does. JP going for the slide job, not able to do it as he's not clear. Blake Walsh going to hang on to that lead. Here comes Clayton Davies in that 50. The 25, Rowan Jones throwing a slider. Clayton Davies getting into it with JP Schneider. Schneider looks to fall back just a little bit more. Davies trying to hang on to the backside of the 25, and Jones using that outside edge, coming around 3 and 4. 5 laps left remains in heat number 2. Brent Hobbs moving on up into this 4th spot here in the 64 machine as he's got Jordan Rutledge coming up from the back in the 114 to the 5th spot. JP Schneider having a tough break here in heat number 2 as he's going to jump to the pits and call it a night for the heat. 64 machine trying to hang on to that outside edge as we see it is slicking off. The 50 machine trying to hang that 25 Rowan Jones all over the tail side here. Trying to pitch it down 1 and 2, goes for the slider and he takes it successfully with the crossover engaging from Rowan Jones. Out front, Blake Walsh not looking to give it up. White flag is waving as he comes around 1 and 2 to the backstretch. The 97 machine trying to hold on as he pitches it down low into 3 and 4. Coming out of 4, he takes the checker flag. Awesome race in heat number 2. Clayton Davies gonna hold on to that 2nd spot over Rowan Jones in the 3rd. Man, what a race, night of racing so far here at the Bull of Learnerville. The 2022 Showdown Australians versus Americans presented by Hobbs, Trenchant, and Bourne has not been anything but of exciting every time, ladies and gentlemen. So heat number 3, we get ready for the grid. Looks like Titan Vanderwerk. We're going to start here on the pole. To the outside of the 007, we're going to have the 97 of Alex Hanna. Starting in the 3rd spot, we got Cole Ferguson in that purple machine, the 81 back here. To the outside of the 81, we got the 99 of Ashton Hurley. Starting 4th, Buchanan, who is currently sitting top 10 in the points in 10th position. In the 94, going to start 5th. Brad O'Brien in the 77, going to start 6th. And tail on the end of the field, Ryan Denton. And there's that 97 of Alex Hanna. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't look like, it looks like we got everybody 7 cars for 8 laps. Lights are off the truck. The 97 to the outside of the 007. Titan Vanderwerk. Alex Hanna. Green flag is out for heat number 3. Riding on board here with Titan Vanderwerk as he's going to try to hang on to the top line here. To the outside of the 97 of Alex Hanna. Hanna down low, throws the slider, able to take it. Off the front stretch, down into 1 and 2, the 007. Going to take it back from Hanna. Oh, looks like Hanna may have fallen back a little bit there. We got Brad O'Brien now moving up into the 2nd spot in that 77 machine. Buchanan right behind him in the 94. Going to pull out the top 3. Ryan Denton moving up into the 4th spot here as we ride right on board here. Off the back stretch, down into 3 and 4 around that eye side. Trying to get that middle to work grip for him just a little bit there. 4 laps remains here for heat number 3. Battle up front. Brad O'Brien looking to take the lead away from Titan Vanderwerk as Brad O'Brien puts one down in the books. Coming up from the 6th position all the way to the lead. Brad O'Brien able to work around Titan Vanderwerk in that 2nd spot, using that midline to try to gain some momentum to hang with the back of Brad O'Brien here. White flags out around 3 and into 4. The 77 machine going to take this heat number 3 over the 007 and 94 of Buchanan. Awesome racing heat number 3. These sprint cars surely know how to do their thing here for sure. So, ladies and gentlemen, these guys are going to hammer out some warm-up laps. And when the warm-up is done, well, it's feature time. 21 cars here tonight for the Bowl of Learnerville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Time is done for the talk. It is time now to knuck up or buck up as we get ready for the grid. Thomas Mitchell going to be the man of the hour starting here on the pole. To the outside of Thomas Mitchell, we'll have Blake Walsh in the 97. Brad O'Brien in the 77 going to start in the third spot. And fourth going to go to Riley Casson Roberts. Clayton Davies going to start fifth in that 50 machine with the 007. Titan Vanderwerk going to start sixth. Seventh going to go to Corey Baudon in the 7 with the 25. And Rowan Jones starting eighth to the outside of him. Ninth going to go to the 94 Butte Nation. 10th going to be Daniel Nickel. 11th going to Brett Hobbs. And 12th going to be Ryan Denton. 13th going to be Jordan Rutledge. And to the outside of him will be Paul Bryan. Lachlan Phillips in the 17 machine. Holy cow, these guys are throwing me all off here. Nonetheless, we got Alex Hannon, Jordan Rutledge, Paul Bryan, Ashton Hurley, Michael Rutledge, and the 33, J.P. Schneider, Cole Ferguson. It looks like we're only going to have 20 cars here. Thomas Mitchell and Brad O'Brien going to lead this thing off, though, one more time around under pace. And we're ready for green flag laps here at Learnerville. Pace truck is off. Thomas Mitchell, Brad O'Brien. Green flag here is out. Down in the 1 and 2, we almost have 3 wide action here, but we straighten it out as we get back to double file. The 50 machine of Clayton Davies going to pitch it to the outside behind the 77 of Brad O'Brien. Going down low in the 1 and 2, he is the 007 right behind him, a Titan Vanderweer. We got a yellow flag striking. This one going to be on Michael Rutledge, it says. Let's see what happened here with the 33 machine. The 97 and 81 make contact in front of him. The 33 not having anywhere to go as he clips the backside of the 81. Let's go back and rewatch that a little bit here. As we see coming off of 1 and 2. Oop. Let's go slow-mo off that. Bam! The 81 tapping that 97. And it looks like Alex Hanna involved there. Michael Rutledge not having anywhere to go. Yellow flag strikes as we get ready to go green again. Over 700 horsepower in these 410 sprint cars. Probably a lot more than that. Nonetheless, I can't drive these things. These guys can, though. They know how to do it. Sometimes the foot gets a little bit heavy, but they keep it under control. Thomas Mitchell going to lead these guys off. Blake Walsh going to hang on to second, and the 77 being Brad O'Brien. Lights are off the pace truck. Single file restart here. As Thomas Mitchell, Blake Walsh, Brad O'Brien going to take the green flag coming out of 4. The 97 trying to go down low here on that start. Not able to get any momentum off of that start here. As Thomas Mitchell going to hang on to that outside. Right on board here with Mr. Walsh. As he's going to use that inside line there to come on up. Back 9, we got Riley, Casson, Roberts, got Clayton Davies around the outside of 1 and 2, moving on up into the 4th spot. Rowan Jones looking to make some moves here as he's got the number 7, Corey Baudon on the tail. The 007 of Titan Vanderweer. Right there with him, yellow flag's going to strike the speedway. See what happened here as we got that green flag jump. Looks like this one might be involved with Ryan Denton in the 21 machine. Let's see what happens here. Denton to the inside of the 42. Looks like Paul Bryan. Oh, he gets a clip of the 97 of Alex Hanna. Let's go back and rewatch what happened as they were tight racing up here. Off of the backstretch and into 3 and 4, the 21. Pushing it just a little too hard. Clipping that right rear of the 97. Looks like Brad O'Brien was able to get that 77 machine out in front of the 02 Thomas Mitchell. We'll see here. Lap 5, caution strikes. Can Brad O'Brien hold off Thomas Mitchell for 30 more laps? As the 77 leads him off, green flag here is out. Oh, as we see the lip claim a victim, the 77 of Brad O'Brien, going to fall back towards the back of the pack. Blake Walsh going to take over the lead, and then 97 is Thomas Mitchell in 02. Still hangs on to the second spot, and then he gets claimed by the outside lip. Riley Casson Roberts moves up into the second spot with Corey Baudon in third now. Lap number 7, making it 8 coming around now. Back here battling with this cluster, the 18 machine of Daniel Nickel to the inside of Buchanan Nation as Paul Bryan worked his way from the backside of the pack. And JP Schneiderer also coming up 13 spots on the night. Yellow flag strikes us here, lap number 9. This one going to involve Mr. Daniel Nickel. We'll see what happened here. 18 to the inside of Buchanan Nation at 94. Tries to go to the outside line. Gets a little squirrely coming off of 4. The 42 right there. And the 18 not realizing it. Heading on over the lip. Being claimed as another victim. Lap 26, caution strikes. We are 9 laps in. Pace truck lights are off. The 97 of Blake Walsh gonna get the jump heading on into 3 as the green flag is out. Riley Casson Roberts in the second. Titan Vanderwerk pulling up third. Corey Baudon just outside behind the 007. And that number 7 machine going to dip down low into 3 and 4 as Buchanan Nation in the 94 on his tail. The 42 all over the tail side of that 94 machine. Paul Bryan, we see 2 victims getting claimed going on over. Not exactly sure who that was. We are still green. Lap 24 laps left remains, and 42 to the inside of the 94. JP Schneiderer all the way up. 17 spots, now 18 battling for that second position. That 5J working his way around. Corey Baudon in that 7th spot, or in the 3rd spot in that 7 machine. Trying to do all he can, 18 spots on the night. Back behind him, the second hard charger of the night, Paul Bryan, coming up 12 spots to 4th. Side-by-side action here as they battle at Learnerville. Victims are being claimed. Lips are being taken. They are trying to push that outside edge, and it looks like they're doing a lot of throttle control up towards the front using that inside line. Paul Bryan in the 42. Back behind him, Corey Baudon in the 7 doing the same exact thing. Down low into 3 and 4 here as we see the 42 of Paul Bryan take that outside line. JP Schneider in the 5J, trying to work his way to the backside of Blake Walsh. Off of 3 and 4, almost getting that outside wall with that right rear. The 5J looking to do all he can to catch that 97 machine as they head into 3 and 4. Walsh trying to work around that lap traffic here, the 22 machine. Riley Casson Roberts going to try to hold him off there. The 97 goes for the slide jobber on the 5J. JP Schneider going to continue to try to hold on. Yellow flag strikes, 16 laps left remaining. Ooh, awesome racing there on that stint so far here. But we got yellow flags flying. We'll see what happened. Brad O'Brien in the 77 machine trying to hang on to the backside of the 17. Lachlan Phillips has got the 7 of Corey Baudon trying to work his way too. And that's what's going to bring the yellow flag. I'll go back and watch that again here in the 77 machine. as they come off the front stretch. The 7 of Corey Baudon trying to hold on to it. Being a lap or right with him, trying to hold on. Yellow flag strikes. Again, we're going to pop up the points division points leader here, Paul Bryan. Going to sit in the top spot here. Second going to go to Nathan Vanderwager. Third, Clayton Davies. Fourth going to be Brent Hobbs. Fifth is Braden Miller. Sixth going to be Ashton Hurley. Seventh, Daniel Boyd. Eighth, Thomas Mitchell. Ninth going to Lachlan Phillips of Buchanan Nation. Going to round out top 10. Lights are off the pace truck, ladies and gentlemen, as these guys are ready to go. Blake Walsh, J.P. Schneider, Paul Bryan. The green flag is out. Cars getting squirrely off of the first corner there and onto the back stretch. As they are off of 3 and 4 onto the front stretch, they are getting squirrely everywhere. Lernerville slicking off here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As Blake Walsh going to hold off J.P. Schneider for 15 more laps. We will see as that 5J uses that outside line like a rocket ship. Pushing out even further, that 5J. Look at the battle. He takes it. Off the back stretch into 3 and 4. The 97 trying to hold on to 5J. Checks up off the 3 and 4. And Blake Walsh able to hang on to that lap. JP off the wall there off of 3 and 4. Brad O'Brien and the 77 looking to capitalize on any mistakes that may be made. Yellow flag strikes the speedway. This one going to be on Lachlan Phillips, and it looks like Daniel Nichol. We'll see what happens. The 17 with the 64 right in front of him, going down low into 1 and 2. Get a little sideways. The 18 trying to hang on to that inside line. The 17 right there, sideways, trying to recuperate. Contact is made, and the yellow flags are thrown. Lights are off the pace truck. 12 laps left remains. Can J.P. Schneider take this one from Blake Walsh? Or Blake Walsh going to hold him off. Green flag here is out at Learnerville. Alex Hanna in the 97. Looking to poke to the backside of Paul Bryan in the 42. We see the 5J getting off that hump coming into 1 and 2 there. Back with the 17 as the 17 tries to hang with the 64. Brent Hobbs just outside of top 5. Alex Hanna in the 97 machine going to the outside line of 1 and 2. Brad O'Brien in the 77 looking at it all unfold in front of him. As the 97 and the 5J battle it out. J.P. Schneider are able to take it to the lead there. Coming out of 1 and 2 onto the backstretch. The 77 of Brad O'Brien going to pitch it down, able to take his chance and try to take the lead. JP all over the tail of that 77, pitches it down low, off of the front stretch into 1 and 2. We got a slide job battle 3 ways here up front for the lead. 3 wide coming out of 3 and 4, ladies and gentlemen. As they head down into 1 and 2, the 5J to the outside of the 77 of JP. Trying to take it from Brad O'Brien, almost getting victimized from that lip one more time. 7 laps left remaining, coming around, making it 6. Back behind these guys, Buchanan. Trying to hang with the backside of Lachlan Phillips and Brent Hobbs. 5 laps left remaining. Brent Hobbs trying to hold off the 17 here, Lachlan Phillips. 4 laps left remaining as they cross the flag and down into 1 and 2. JP Schneider and the 5J able to jump out front of that 77, but here comes Brad O'Brien around the outside edge. Coming by the flag, 3 laps left to go. Down into 1 and 2, side by side, down to the backstretch. Around 3 and 4, the 77 going to pitch him to the outside. JP going to give him the room there as they respectfully race these 410s here at Learnerville. Into 3 and 4, JP trying to go for the closing slide job. Some contact made from Brad, maybe. It was hard to tell there, but they're able to keep it going. JP, white flags out, coming around 3 and 4 off the backstretch. Brad O'Brien and the 77 able to take this one over JP Schneider and Blake Walsh. Walsh leading majority of the race here, but the track slicked off, and it definitely came down to setup. Awesome hard racing here out of these 410s here with the Australians versus Americans. 2022 showdown. Round number 4 in the books, Learnerville. This one going to Brad O'Brien, JP Schneider, and Blake Walsh. Don't go anywhere. We're going to pull these guys up for a quick little interview, and we'll be right back. All right, so pulling up the 3rd spot here, we got the 97 machine of Mr. Walsh. So we're going to pull Mr. Walsh real quick for his word. All right, Mr. Walsh, up in the booth, man. You got a copy, brother.
Yeah, I'm here.
What a run that was. I believe you led a good majority of the laps there in that 97 machine. It come down to the track slicking on off. The setups were just doing their thing, man. What was it like there for you in that 97 machine as the laps tried to closed off and the yellows struck and just all the chaos here at Learnerville?
Oh, it was pretty fun to watch. Yeah, I set up 2 mid-race, not late enough. Track was too slick, well, not too slick, just too slick for my setup. But no, it was good. Good race with Brad and JP. Have a lot of respect for them too. So that was good fun.
Yeah, and it looked like it was a blast. Like I said, the track slicked off, man, and it just looked like it come down to setup. But nonetheless, you pulled up the 3rd spot here on the podium tonight. Is there anybody you would like to thank for being able to do so?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all the boys back at 17 Sim Sports, Lachlan Phillips, all them, LP Design, who else we got? LJC Carpentry, just everyone that makes it happen, and shout out to Tristan and everyone for putting the league on.
Awesome, man. Congratulations. Blake Walsh pulling up the 3rd spot here tonight on the podium. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to pull up Mr. 2nd place finisher, Mr. JP. JP, open the booth, man. You got a copy, brother?
Yes, I do.
Man, what a run that was. It was a blast watching you guys come from the back. 18 spots. You are the hard charger on the night. Go ahead and give us the rundown of what it was like for you here at Learnerville as that track slicked off for them 35 laps.
Yeah, I just got to thank Uncle Ron for setting up this car. He hooked it up very well up top. And, yeah, just kind of smart driving and trying to block Brad's lines there so I can keep the lead. But he finally got around me, and my right rear was a little messed up. It was a little bent there, and I felt that. And, yeah, I think that played a thing tonight as well.
Well, man, you did great. Like I said, hard charger on the night. 18 spots coming up all the way to the second spot. Is there anybody else that you would like to give thanks to for being able to help you get up here tonight?
100%. Vanderpool Racing, Vanderpool Construction, Gear Wrench Tools, JSM Shots. And like I said before, Uncle Ron, he does a great job setting up this car, so.
Awesome, man. JP pulling up the second spot here tonight on the round number 4 here at Learnerville. Congratulations, brother.
Yep, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now tonight's winner. None other going to Mr. Brad O'Brien in the 77. Brad, up in the booth, man. You got a copy, brother?
Yeah, you got you, mate.
What a run that was. You were the second runner-up. No, you were not the second runner-up for Hard Charger. You started up towards the front. Started third. Battled your way. You fell back towards the back. Worked your way back up. Go ahead and give us the rundown what it was like carrying that 77 machine for you.
Made the whole night very hard for myself. I grabbed the wall down the front straight on my qualifying lap, and I think I qualified second last or something like that, and then got pretty lucky in the heat. There was a couple crashes, and I was able to go from last to first in the heat, which helped the starting spot. And then I think I led lap 2 in the feature, and I just fell straight off after a restart and had to go all the way back to last and battled all the way up to 5th, and then I got straight lined on the bottom and then managed to work my way back up again. And shout out to Walshy and JP. That was a ripper race up front. That was some of the best fun I've had in ages. And yeah, it's just good that everybody could sort of drive clean. And JP and I think we traded positions there about, it would have been 5 or 6 times during the last 3 laps. Yeah, he was really quick. So shout out to him for sure.
Yep, and it was exciting watching you guys battle it out and trade them positions as you guys were working your way through that lap traffic and all that coming up to the last checkered flag finish. But nonetheless, man, you pulled it on home, the 77 machine. Is there anybody you want to thank for being able to put that thing on up into victory lane tonight?
I got to thank Blake Walsh being in Discord. He was pretty helpful, and it was a lot easier to run clean with him when you can sort of talk to him and know where you're going and stuff like that. Got a shout out to 27 graphic design. They've just done this new car and it looks phenomenal. If you zoom in right on it, the decal and the undertone and stuff on it is just incredible. He's done a ripper job and he's very fairly priced. All the boys back at Hooked Up Speed Labs that help us get these setups dialed in. There's not too many cars that would be able to go from last to first like that. So yeah, definitely them boys. And then just Lawrence and Hanson, Sick Lids, OBR Simsport, HRT Simtography. Obviously, you boys for putting on the live stream and everybody back at TRL to put this league up. It's a great event to have on a Sunday afternoon. And yeah, I'll be back next week.
Awesome, brother. Congratulations bringing on home the victory here tonight in that 77 machine. Brad O'Brien going to bring home round number 4 for the TRL. Australians versus Americans 2022 showdown round number 4 at Learnerville. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude it for the night. I've been your host, Jacob Keith, ripping it up here at Learnerville with the TRL Super League. As always, don't do anything I wouldn't do unless you name it after me. Stay happy, stay healthy, and, well, much on love. Woof, woof.